Hey guys, what's up? Welcome to an all new episode. I'm Mike.
I'm Tabby.
I'm Caleb.
And today we are taking a trip back in time. We're going to the 90s. So the 90s, I believe, was by far the best decade.
Hands down. And I'm being very biased.
Yeah. What do you think, Caleb?
Yeah, they all have their ups and downs.
Just like an elevator.
Just like an elevator.
Elevator go up. Elevator go down.
An escalator.
For sure. In tonight's episode, we are going to be sharing our top 3.
Literally everything. Music, TV shows, toys, video games, cartoons, outdoor activities, drinks, food, accessories.
All the cool stuff.
All the cool, fun jazz.
Because we had it all. We had like the video games, the toys.
Yeah. I mean, we didn't have it all, but
well, we were like the new generation, not new generation, but we were like the generation that video games really became popular and movies became popular. They became pretty popular in the. That's
arcades.
Well, arcades had like the 80s too, but like the 90s, like it started back in, I want to say maybe like the
home entertainment consoles. That's really what took off in the 90s.
That's what I meant.
Yeah, like
I'm not a video game person. Thank you for clarifying that there, Caleb.
That's what I do. I'm not just here for ha ha he he's.
And that sweet beard.
The ha ha he he's.
Ha ha.
Oh, before we get started, so what are we sipping on tonight, fellas?
Caleb?
Crown and Coke,
Of course.
Well, Coke's zero.
I'm going safe, as always, with White Claw because we've got a big day tomorrow and I don't want to be hungover while getting a tattoo.
That's fair. I am drinking Jameson Irish Whiskey Orange, and it is so fucking good.
It's delicious.
It tastes
and
like...
you mixed it with Sprite.
I did.
My idea. Hi, yo.
I cut it with Sprite. I did. But it's... I read and watched a lot of reviews on it, and everything was positive. All of it, 100% across the board was just positive. And I have to agree, it tastes and smells like oranges, but it's got that whiskey punch.
Awesome.
It's not a hard whiskey punch, but it's there.
I wonder what would happen if you mixed it with like orange soda.
Actually, the Dr. Pepper cream sodas that we have in the fridge, I was thinking about that and kind of putting like a spin on an orange dreamsicle.
Potentially. I think the new Dr. Pepper cream soda tastes like cotton candy.
It is so fucking good. It is the best soda in the world that I've had. It is the best soda in my world. On Earth, Mike, it's the best. But Jameson Irish Whiskey Orange. God, you...
So then I need to redo the
I can't.
The bar list.
Oh,
our bar list. I need to redo that now.
Oh yeah, our menu.
Our bar menu.
Our drink menu.
Yep.
And speaking of drink menus, I'm gonna go ahead and drop the idea that I had this morning. Another Friday 7 a.m. idea. We are going to start doing a thing called shot outs. What shot outs is?
SHOTS shots.
It's this is kind of like a indie podcast community thing. Like what we think like your podcast would be if it was a shot. Like what would Designated Quizzers be if it was a shot, or Bleach Bros, or
Dad's on Dayquil.
That or 69 whiskey, porn stash.
Oh, I don't want a porn stash shot.
And what we're going to start doing is each week will be a new podcast shot out, and we will make that shot and toast it to that podcast.
Love it.
As a shout out to you guys for just being awesome. So let's hop in this time machine and go back to the 90s. What do you say?
Let's go.
Let's go. So we're gonna
Roger,
kick it
roger.
off first with music.
Zach.
Music.
Top 3, and this could have been an artist, song, album, as long as it was music related
In the
between
90s.
1990 and 1999. Who wants to kick it off first?
All right, I got this.
Caleb is up to bat.
All right, I think we all remember a song that about a doll, very popular doll.
A song about I know where he's going with this. Is it Barbie Girl?
It is Barbie Girl.
Very nice.
By Aqua.
Yeah, exactly. Wasn't expecting that, were you? Boom,
Not
Caleb,
at
right
all, sir.
field.
I did not see
Fucking
that coming.
love Aqua.
Who's your number 3?
Well, according to my list, I have 2 number 2s because I guess I can't type.
And you're supposed to be
The admin
Yeah.
of the.
well a type, like you're known for your typing skills.
Yeah.
You're a damn good typist.
Thank you.
And you pulled a Heather.
Yeah.
Bum, 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 bum.
Good. Okay, so my number 3
Shout out to Heather and Daniel
and the boys. My number 3 is got to be Iris by Goo Goo Dolls.
Oh, I fucking love that song.
Goo
So
Goo
much.
Dolls felt like the epitome of the 90s. Like they were voice of 90s.
They had like hit after hit after hit.
I remember doing homework and studying and just listen to 99.7 DJX, and they would play every other song was a Goo Goo Dolls song. I remember that. And Iris by Goo Goo Dolls was one of my favorites.
That is a fucking good song though. That song goes. But it's not like a, what does it kids say now?
Slaps
Banger?
or a banger?
A banger. It's, I don't know. It's like,
Does that make me a kid nowadays? Because I say banger all the time.
I mean, no.
No, you could.
I
pick
mean,
up
I have a playlist in my phone called fucking bangers.
Yeah, and it's all
Nice.
the anime songs.
Yeah, because they're fucking bangers.
But no, Iris by Goo, that is a
Yep.
good one.
You're welcome.
That's a
It
fantastic
slaps.
song.
What's your number 3?
My number 3, and this was a song that I used to blast, and I still today I crank this song the fuck up when I hear it.
I'll verify this.
It's The Impression That I Get by the Mighty Mighty Boss Tones.
Oh,
God damn it, I fucking love that song. I used to skate to that song. And I don't mean on Tony Hawk Pro Skater. I mean in real life.
Board pusher.
I fucking love that song so much. I mean, it's just, I'm not big into ska, but that song, I love it.
It hits.
It really does. Caleb, you know the song.
It slaps.
It slaps. It's a fire.
It slaps just like Will Smith's Miami.
Oh.
No, that song really is awesome. I love that song. It's on my playlist.
Caleb, you're number 2.
All right, my number 2, if I must, it is Santeria by Sublime.
Nice. Okay.
It's
Sublime
just
is
a
still
good
going,
song.
I believe.
I enjoy it. I'll rock it out every time I hear it.
I can't get into Sublime. I
you
never
know.
have.
To each their own. We're not gonna hold it against you.
No, I mean, and I'm the same, but still, that's an iconic song.
That is very iconic.
That-
I mean, look at Rick. Every time that a
Yeah.
night came about at Vapor Lab,
Well,
or anytime we hang out with him, that's literally the only song he knows.
Every-
how to play.
every time I hear Sublime on the radio, I can't help but think of your cousins.
Oh God, because they
Ricky
love
and
like
Tessa.
311 and
'Cause
Sublime and
They're into that style.
oh yeah,
I mean, like Caleb said though, nothing wrong with it. That's fucking
it's a
awesome.
good choice.
Yeah.
My number 2 is oh God, this one is gonna get me eaten alive, but it's Backstreet Boys "Quit Playing Games with My Heart."
That's a very
I mean,
good song.
I think you're good. I said Barbie Girl, so I think
but
you're
you're the
allowed
cool
to
one.
have Backstreet Boys.
That's true. Caleb,
know.
Caleb is the cool one.
I mean, it's true. It's true.
Quit playing games with my heart, with my heart.
But the Backstreet Boys kick a lot of ass.
Fucking
I'm just
yeah. Well,
just
they used
saying.
to.
well, yeah.
I mean, now they're like, "Where's my walker? Quit."
They're not.
games."
They're not new kids on the block. Old. Come on. Now.
No, no, but New Kids on the Block still have it.
Yeah, that's true. They're still going pretty hard too. They're still touring.
Everybody's trying to make a comeback now, 20 years later.
Yeah, it's what you do.
Well, NSYNC's not.
They can't.
Well, get on Justin Timberlake's level.
Yeah,
And
that's why they can't. What's your number 2?
My number 2 is one of probably the greatest songs of all time.
Let me guess. Celine Dion, My Heart Will Go On.
Absolutely not.
Mm.
It is The Kids Are All Right, or The Kids Are Not All Right by The Offspring.
Son of a bitch.
Ooh,
It is The Kids Are All Right by The Offspring, not
That's a good
you
one.
son of the bitch.
The Kids Are. Tell me,
You son of a
tell
bitch.
me that song doesn't fucking get you up.
Yeah, it fucking slaps.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's a banger.
and since we're on the subject of it, hey guys, my number 1. Would you like to take a guess, Mike?
Offspring.
It's just a little song known as "The Kids Aren't All Right" by the Offsprings. You son
That's
of a
your number
bitch.
one.
Yes.
That song is so fucking good.
It fucking
So-
slaps.
Fucking good. I'm gonna throw out some honorable mentions before I hit my number 1. So if you want to go ahead.
Yeah, I couldn't because somebody was like, I'm just gonna go ahead and drop Caleb's number 1. Fucker.
We kind of figured somewhere along the lines we're all gonna have the same answer.
You know what I've got to say to that? Fucking Kryptonite.
9-9. Respect.
That's a good song.
All right, so I guess we'll go to my
And
number
I want
1.
to listen to that now.
I did twice.
Yeah, let's go on to yours before I just hop onto YouTube and start playing songs in the background while trying to record a podcast.
My number 1, again, gotta bring it back because they were my loves, and
Another Backstreet Boys
it is
song.
a Backstreet Boys song. Backstreet's Back.
All
I
right.
think, Larger Than Life is better.
Larger Than Life came out later, but it didn't have an impact on me as much. I mean, a lot of the Backstreet Boys songs from Millennium really I loved those songs.
You saw them live.
I did.
And
that was
yes.
my first concert.
And AJ pointed at you. Was it AJ? Or was it
Yes.
Nick?
No, it was AJ.
Not Danny, you.
Yes.
He pointed at you.
Not Danny. He pointed at me.
Not even Jace, even though Jace was at a Backstreet Boys.
Jace was at a
Jace-
Backstreet Boy concert. Yes, he was.
Jace, who was in 2 metal bands,
And has his own black metal band.
was at a Backstreet Boys concert.
And
No shame.
And what's funny is last weekend when I was cleaning Mom's attic, I found my Backstreet Boy shirt with a button and Jace's Backstreet Boy shirt that Gunner can now wear.
Yeah, that's true. That's for
And he
Gunner.
does love to rock out to the Backstreet
And-
Boys.
And wasn't Jace? How old was Jace when you went to see the Backstreet Boys?
Oh God, I
He
want to
was
say
10.
9 or 10,
So he was about Gunner's age.
maybe 11. I think I was 13.
God, our child is tall.
Yeah, he is.
That's scary.
Or you're
No,
just
Backstreet
short.
Boys, Backstreet's Back.
That is a good song.
I mean, I could
The
literally.
video fucking kills.
Yeah, that's because it's horror movie themed. It's
Yeah.
amazing.
Oh yeah.
But I could sing every Backstreet Boys song starting from their first album, self-titled, all the way to Black and Blue. Came out in 2001, like word for word. No shame.
No, none at all. None at all.
Your turn. You're number 1. Or do you want to give
I-
honorable mentions?
My honorable mention. I have 2 honorable mentions, but they're by the same band.
Okay.
It's Learn to Fly and Everlong by the Foo Fighters.
Ooh, Foo Fighters was a great 90s band.
Yeah. They weren't good when they were called Nirvana. But Nirvana really blasted out though.
I was reeling. I was reeling for a good one, but I couldn't come up with one. That's a good one.
But those 2 songs by the Foo Fighters, those are actually my 2 favorites. But my number 1 is not a song, it's an entire album. And that is, drum roll please,
Drum.
Metallica's
drum,
Black
drum,
Album.
drum, drum.
1991.
Of course it is.
Looking at you, AJ.
Fat Lars.
Love
Lars.
Now, a
Love you,
show of
brother.
hands. Who is surprised by that?
Lars isn't fat now.
No, he
He's-
meant
he's
your
bald.
favorite
Oh,
number
that.
1.
Oh, of course. I know
we're-
my favorite
we're-
band.
We're not
So of course
surprised.
they're always going to take the top spot in everything,
Oh yeah, of course.
except for the mid '90s when they released Load and Reload. But we don't talk about
Oh.
that.
But I will, speaking of Metallica,
Uh huh.
give you a very proud father moment. When Gunnar and I got into the car earlier to go to the pet store to pick up dog food for our monstrous beasts, I asked him, do you want to listen to a podcast or would you like to listen to music? At first he said a podcast, and then he said, no, wait, mommy, I would rather listen to Metallica. So I put on Metallica
That's my boy.
on Spotify, and he's in the back seat waving at people, throwing up the horns, and sticking his tongue out the window as I'm driving down Dixie Highway.
That's my boy.
Everyone does.
I mean, that's the right way to listen to Metallica is you share it with everybody.
Oh, I shared
While
it
driving down Dixie Highway.
while driving down Dixie Highway.
Dixie Highway is not the place to be playing Metallica.
Yeah, it is. Valley Station area, it is.
Yeah. that's true.
Shively, no.
Yeah, Shively, no.
If
You gotta go
you're
further
not a
down.
bitch, you're not a bitch. You play it everywhere.
Okay, so next up, do we want to do movies?
What's up? Yeah, movies is on deck. Movies from the 90s.
Caleb?
Oh, let me go back to my list here.
Brian just farted so hard.
Oh my god.
My number 3 in movies is gonna be Space Jam.
Excellent
Good
choice.
choice.
A personal favorite of Gunner.
Yes,
Well, it's just a good movie.
it
It
is.
is.
It
It's
really is.
cheesy as hell, and
But it has Bill Murray.
didn't age all that well. But I mean, shit,
It's better than the remake. I haven't seen the remake, and I don't want to see
that's
the remake.
that's not horrible.
I don't need to see the remake to know.
Look,
it's-
the remake wasn't made for you. Now, was it? It's made for
It was made
kids.
for them.
Gunner doesn't like the remake.
That's because you've poisoned his mind.
I
Poisoned his mind with your hatred of LeBron James before the movie even came out. Now, tell me I am wrong there, Mike.
I'm
I'm not.
All right, so my number 3 as a kid growing up was Mighty Morphin Power Rangers.
That's a solid
Yeah.
one. Solid.
When that movie came out, I had to wait so long to go rent it at Blockbuster because, again, growing up
That's an old
not
sentence.
well
to be
off,
said.
we couldn't go to the movies all the time. So we had to wait till it came to Blockbuster.
It's just a good excuse to go to Blockbuster Video, honestly.
Bingo.
I mean, if I could go to Blockbuster
Right
and rent
now.
movies and then come home and order pizza, that's exactly what I would do.
That was Friday night for us.
That is the best kind of way to celebrate a Friday night
It is.
back in the day.
It was.
Or, even if your town or city, well, everyone had Blockbuster.
Yep.
I'm assuming. Unless you lived in the middle of the desert, probably didn't have Blockbuster. Oh, Blockbuster's probably even there, actually.
Probably.
But no, that fucking Power Rangers movie.
Fuck yeah, it was awesome, wasn't it?
Yes.
What's your number 3?
My number 3 is the greatest Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2, Secret of the Ooze.
Good choice. Good choice.
Good choice. Good choice.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Babies.
Babies. Ninja rap?
Ninja rap,
Go,
ninja.
go, go, go,
Go ninja, go ninja, go, go ninja, go ninja, go. They think I'm singing to them.
Kino, a better looking April O'Neil.
Valid.
And April's apartment was bad as fuck too. I loved that.
Yeah,
Toka and Razar, Super Shredder. What's not to love?
that's a good choice.
I mean,
Kevin Nash as Super Shredder.
yeah.
Can't
So,
leave
and
that out.
I actually saw that in theaters.
Nice.
And I remember like that Monday going back to when I was in kindergarten. Yeah. Me and all my buds we all went and saw it, not together, but separate. And then we would all come back to school on Monday and we would talk about it. And then we would reenact the fight in the mall at the beginning.
The one that Gunner loves so much.
Yeah. I remember we would all jump out of this porcelain bathtub that was sitting,
cold cuts.
and we would like do the pose in the air. And then just like,
Who didn't do the pose in the air?
and then we would like jump on the ground and just start trying to beat up everybody in the classroom like they were the burglars in the mall.
Michael, why did you punch your teacher in the face? She was a burglar in the mall.
Caleb, what's your number 2?
I'm gonna go with a classic here, and this classic has to do with going back to school, starting with the younger grades for
Yeah.
about a few weeks at a time per each grade, all the way up into high school and realizing high school's not as cool as the 3rd grade. So you go back and you have lunch with them. And then you just stop going to school. And then you have a competition for all sorts of classes with this guy who wants your legacy about a hotel.
This movie escapes me.
Well, there's a giant penguin that only the main character can see.
Billy Madison.
There you go.
You at Giant Penguin. You got me there.
Good one. Bravo.
You know what? Really, what I should have said was, you should consider me Miles Davis.
Because you piss your pants.
You're not cool unless you pee your pants.
That's a good one.
What's your number 2?
My number 2, and I'm just basing this off of things that were meaningful to me in the 90s.
Of course.
Tom and Huck with Jonathan Taylor Thomas.
And Devon Sawa.
And yep.
High five to that movie.
Was it Devon? No,
it was Devon Sawa.
Was it?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
I frequented that movie.
JTT was the love of my life in the 90s.
That made all the 90s girls start just dripping.
That is when the females in the 90s.
Mike, you probably shouldn't be saying it like that.
That's true.
That made all the females in the 90s figure their sexuality out.
Swooning. I mean, it's Devon Sawa and Jonathan Taylor Thomas.
That's true.
The 2 biggest heartthrob.
Mm-hmm.
For guys, for the girls.
Right.
Yeah.
All right. What's your number 2?
My number 2 is one that I don't consider it a Christmas movie, but I watch it around Christmas.
Home Alone.
Batman Returns.
Oh, that movie.
My favorite of the 2 Michael Keaton
Gotcha.
Batmans. I love Batman Returns. Caleb, I mean, it's Batman Returns.
I mean, what's not to love? It's Batman Returns.
It's fucking Danny DeVito is the
Batman.
Penguin.
Yeah.
Give me all that. Michelle Pfeiffer is Catwoman. Hot.
We actually have a cardboard cutout of her on the other side of that wall there.
No, I have a cardboard cutout.
No, you might not. Once Tiffany
have.
in.
I will beat her into the ground over that.
Caleb, what's your number 1?
Well, this one, it's a twist on an old classic.
Is it a remake?
No, it's a twist on an old classic. Did you not just listen to the sentence I said? Come on,
I did.
Mike.
A classic what? A classic book?
A classic story, per se.
So we'll call it a book.
Book, movies, all of that jazz, same thing.
It's all
about a man who goes back to where he used to live. He's not the same as he was back when he lived there. His friends are like, "Oh, you've changed." And he's like, "I'm here to get my kids back." But in the span, he remembers who he really is, and he learns to fly again.
I don't know.
Got Robin Williams.
Hook.
There you go.
Okay.
I hate that I didn't know that. I really hate myself for not knowing that.
When he said he learns to fly again, it clicked.
Yeah.
And then I said Robin Williams, and then it really clicked.
And then it really clicks.
Yeah,
see that light
Hook is
bulb?
just Hook. It's just a good classic. I love watching it. It's one of his best works,
It really is.
in my opinion.
I saw that
Others
in
may be
theaters.
like, "I don't believe you, Caleb." I'm like, I know you don't believe me, but that's my opinion. So, hats off to you. That's not how
Rufio.
you say it, but Rufio, yeah.
Rufio.
Rufio. Rufi. Oh, I
Oh,
thought we were doing the chant together.
I was doing the chant. You ruined it.
Sorry.
I was already like 3 Rufios in.
I'm just gonna drink my drink now.
Go ahead, Caleb. So my number 1, and I will be very surprised if you know this one. Escape to Witch Mountain.
Yeah.
I Loved the trilogy.
Yeah, Dwayne Johnson was. Oh, wait, that's the remake.
That is the terrible garbage remake. That didn't come out. That's no. How dare
It
you?
came out like 10 years after it was made.
Christopher Lee was in the second one.
So was Dwayne Johnson.
Come on. Dwayne Johnson doesn't hold a candle to Christopher Lee. Shut your
That's fair.
whore mouth.
Shut your hole.
Shut
Wang
your
Chung.
kryptonite mouth.
Shut your hole, Wang Chung.
No, Escape to Witch Mountain, excuse me, brings a lot of nostalgia growing up because we didn't have cable. We had basic TV, and we would have our friends, like, well, not our friends, but our parents' friends. They would like Disney Channel or Nickelodeon or whatever, mostly Disney Channel because they were super religious and Disney Channel was about as bad as it got. They would record movies and TV shows as we were going through, as they were playing it, and then they would give us the VHS tape so me and Jace would watch it. Well, one VHS tape had all three of the Witch Mountain, Escape to Witch Mountain, and Return to Witch Mountain on it, and we would watch that religiously.
Yeah.
Get it? Because parents were religious.
Thank you, Caleb, for pointing that out.
Not a problem. Not a problem. That's what I'm here for.
All right, next up.
My number one trumps both of yours.
How so?
It is one of the greatest comedies of all time, and it stars the man, Jim Carrey,
Was it The Mask or
and
Ace
Jeff
Ventura?
Daniels.
Ah, Dumb and Dumber.
Yeah. Dumb
Very
and
good
Dumber.
choice. Very good choice.
One of the greatest comedies
I mean,
to this
you should have
day
seen that coming.
of all
Very
time.
good choice.
Mine and Jace's movie.
Very good choice.
That's mine and Jace's date night movie. Whenever me and him
My
hang out,
brother and my husband have a date night movie. This is awesome.
we get drunk and watch Dumb and Dumber. Unless Gunner's with us watching it. Because during haunt season,
Yep.
every time Jace would come over, Gunner would, Dada, can we watch Dumb and Dumber? Turning that shit on.
Let's go.
And we would all three eat snacks and watch Dumb and Dumber and have the best like guys' night. Because even Gunner loves Dumb and Dumber.
If you don't like Dumb and Dumber, then get the fuck out.
It is seriously one of the greatest comedies. I mean, it's Dumb and Dumber.
Mm-hmm.
It's iconic. It's got so many references,
Oh, yeah.
one-liners.
Oh, good one-liners.
Oh, I desperately want to make love to a schoolboy line every time kills me. Mary, I desperately want to make love to a schoolboy.
What?
when she's in the bathroom.
Harry, you're a horrible shot.
When he screams, me and Jace do that.
Yeah. When you
Oh.
greet each other.
Yeah.
Next up.
TV shows
Ooh,
on the small screen. Caleb, what's your number 3 for TV shows?
You know what? I'm going to go with, now that I'm thinking, number 3, Are You Afraid of the Dark?
Fuck yeah.
I really feel like you two are going to have cool TV shows because I didn't have cable.
Well, I showed you.
Oh,
we
yeah.
watched Are You Afraid of the Dark? Remember, I found it on, I forget what streaming platform. Amazon on
Oh, yeah.
Prime Video. And I showed you some of my favorite episodes. There was a lot of famous actors got their start on that shit. Ryan Gosling was in
Yeah.
an episode. Neff Campbell
The
was on there.
Gauze?
Who?
The Gauze?
Yeah, Ryan Gosling was on an episode.
Not the guys closed captioning. Gosh.
Neff Campbell was on there. God, there's a lot of like known actors that were on that show, and they were in what was Goosebumps, that one too.
Yeah. Goosebumps. Yep.
What's your number 3 live action?
My number 3 live action would be Goosebumps.
Fucking yeah, Roy. You're off the
Yeah,
fucking
boy.
chain.
Goosebumps is my number 3.
That is an excellent one.
It scared the crap out of me when I was a kid, especially when it came out, and being again from a religious background and not knowing like the
Could have
scary
turned
side
that
of
into a
shit.
drinking game.
Yeah.
Every
You
time
didn't
say,
read
"Yeah,
the books.
Just take a drink.
My trauma. No, I read the books and I
Oh.
was terrified reading the books.
Okay. Favorite Goosebumps book?
Oh shit. Okay.
Mine was The Barking Ghost.
Ooh.
I loved The Barking Ghost.
Mine's a toss up.
Between.
The Scarecrow Walks at Midnight
Oh fuck yes. God yeah, that's a good one.
or Shit, the tower.
Terror Tower,
Was it Terror Tower?
I believe.
It was either but the Scarecrow Walks at Midnight probably, now that I'm thinking of it, takes number one.
Scarecrow was my second favorite.
And I really wish that they actually made the TV show with Scarecrow Walks at Midnight, and they never did. But that was scary.
Was there not an episode of that?
No.
It
nope.
would have been. I don't think they could have made it kid friendly.
No.
I really don't.
No.
Caleb, what was your favorite Goosebumps book? Do you remember?
No. Mike, I don't know if you're aware, but you see this right here? It's my bottle of Crown Royal.
Number 3.
My number 3 is This Boy Meets World.
Okay.
Boy meets world. Going down this road that we call life.
See, the problem is
Topanga Lawrence could get it.
Yeah, it's Topanga Lawrence.
I couldn't get into it as a kid.
Really?
Nope.
Oh.
Then again, remember,
drink.
Every time religious trauma comes up, I'm drinking.
Religious trauma.
It was part of TGI Friday on ABC.
Not everybody participated in TGI Friday on ABC.
TGI Friday.
I did participate in it, but
I did not. And I
parents
waited till later to get into Boy Meets World.
We need to get Whiskey Hell back on for this. Shout out to Fitz and McShane and Hefe.
Love you guys so fucking
Whiskey
much.
Hill podcast.
But anyway, so my parents would make us play outside until the lights on the street lights came on. And so when it came time for Boy Meets World to come on, that was always at like 8 or 8:30.
Yeah, prime time.
So
bedtime?
Time.
Bible reading time?
No. We were still playing outside when it came on.
That's Friday nights. What time did your streetlights come on?
9:30.
That's the rule. Oh yeah, okay. TGI Friday was halfway through by that point.
TGI Friday was on the last show of the night because it was 8:30, 9:30. 10 o'clock was Nash Bridges, and then 11 o'clock was ER reruns. Thank you.
ER fucking
very much.
Thank you for that, by the way. Thank you. I am newly introduced to ER. Well, I mean, I knew about it, obviously.
And now you're a doctor.
But
because you have watched 12 seasons of ER.
I know medical things because I watched Anthony Edwards and George Clooney.
Yep. Treat patients with problems.
I could perform surgery on
but they didn't perform very much surgery. Because remember, they would send them up to surgical.
That's true.
They would just assess the trauma.
Yeah. We need to finish it.
I don't want to finish it. It's terrible. John Stamos.
You watch your tone when you speak about John Stamos.
The last few seasons. See? Even she has something to say.
Uncle Jesse knows what he's doing.
Moving on.
Number 2.
Uncle Jesse.
Number 2, I'm going with All That.
Yeah.
What was that? What is it?
It was on Nickelodeon. It was part of SNCC.
It was kids. It was Saturday Night Live for children.
Yeah.
That's
they
basically
even had a musical guest and everything.
Kenan Thompson from SNL was on there. He just upgraded. When he became an adult, he joined Saturday Night Live.
Oh,
you know you know the movie Good Burger?
Yes.
That was
a sketch.
Oh,
on All That.
Okay.
Yeah, that was an All That sketch.
Was that with Melissa Joan Hart?
No, Kenan and Kel. Welcome to Good Burger.
Right, I know that, but I'm saying
she wasn't in it.
She was
You're
not.
thinking of
Marissa Explains It All.
Oh, that's what I'm thinking of. Okay.
I was gonna say Sabrina the Teenage
Witch.
But no. But yeah, no, Good Burger is from a
Gotcha.
All That sketch.
Okay.
Yeah.
So my number 2?
Oh my god, so many memories are flooding back into my head right now.
My number 2 is Mighty Morphin Power Rangers again.
Go, Power!
And the most anticipated when they ended the season with, is Tommy going to kiss Kimberly?
No, that's not how they ended it.
That's
that season.
The season break.
Oh, the finale. Yeah.
The finale was like, you have to wait until September to figure out if Tommy kisses Kimberly.
Yeah. Oh, Kimberly, you cheating whore. She cheated on me with Tommy Oliver.
Well, Tommy Oliver was a cheating whore, cheating on me with Kimberly, whatever the fuck her last name is.
So, okay. So Tommy was your was
God.
Jason David Frank one of your
Oh
crushers?
my God, yes.
Before he came along was Austin St. John.
No,
No? Really?
no.
I knew a lot of girls that
No.
were like swooning for Jason.
No. No, he was not. I actually, surprisingly enough, being a young child, I would say my crush lied more in Zach or Billy than it did Jason.
I could see chicks like in Billy.
Jason was a fucking asshole to me.
No,
he was.
Jason was not an asshole.
No, like in the.
Maybe I get it. I don't know.
No,
I don't see it.
Okay. Everybody loved Trini, or I mean Kimberly. What if it was Trini? I found
Trini very attractive.
Okay.
They were Power Rangers. They were ladies as Power Rangers.
That's
they were
true.
strong, and come on now, strong women. Come on.
But Amy Jo Johnson made me a man at 8 years old. She turned me into an adult man.
Please don't say that because Gunnar is 8. But no, yeah, Tommy Oliver. I was literally pissed at being a child, like knowing that they were going to kiss, and then it happened, and I was raging.
And then she had to go to church.
No bullshit.
And then I had to go to church.
And no bullshit. Same.
Mm-hmm.
That was the first time I cried because of what happened on TV.
Yeah.
Because I felt like I was so into Amy Jo Johnson. Like I had it in my head that we were for real a couple.
Beautiful.
And then I saw them. It was the Christmas episode, Under the Mistletoe. I got fucking pissed. I almost said, fuck this show. I'm done.
Yeah.
But no.
You do know this is more fire for Dads on Date, right?
Give a fuck.
Okay.
My number 2. Did I do that?
Family Matters.
Fucking
okay.
Still to this day, love Family Matters. Love it. Watch it on Hulu. Loved Family Matters.
All right.
Oh, God. Carl Winslow was like
the dad.
Yeah, he was like another dad to me.
I loved Aunt
Rachel. She was
Jack
so
Rachel.
Aunt
All right.
Rachel.
Now, before
I was thinking of Roseanne.
Roseanne.
Pew.
Before we get to our number ones.
Yep.
Why don't we go ahead and get a word in from our sponsors?
Let's do that.
I would love to.
We at Happy Hour Podcast are proud to announce that we are now sponsored by one amazing coffee company.
Bosque Coffee.
Bosque Coffee Roasters began several years ago in a small town in central New Mexico.
Born out of their love and passion for great coffee, the desire to make sure they knew where their coffee is coming from and that it is ethically sourced.
Bosque buys only the best Arabica beans, blending and roasting each small batch personally.
They only use the highest quality extracts and flavors for their flavored coffees.
They have tons of types of coffee and flavors.
Like single origin.
Premium roast like their breakfast blend and espresso.
Flavored coffees like their most popular High Mountain Piñon coffee, which uses real New Mexican piñons for an authentic Southwestern flavor.
Oh, and teas.
You can shop online at BosqueCoffeeRoasters.com. That is BOSQUE CoffeeRoasters.com.
Use promo code Bosque Coffee Happy Hour upon checkout for 10% off your purchase.
Enjoy coffee the way it should be. Simple and delicious.
Hey everybody, I'm Jess.
And I'm Ebony.
And we are
the Gruesome Twosome Movie Review Some.
We are about the wacky, the wonderful,
the weird,
the strange,
the unusual,
the gore,
the fucked up,
the actors,
the connection, the theatre,
the passion, the love. Pretty much everything that
comes
film
with film.
represents. Yeah. But if it's on a screen, we are there. We are reviewing. We love snacks. We love people. We love love.
We just love film.
We love film.
So come join us on the couch.
If you're as crazy as film as we are, come join us and have a good time with us. See you soon, my loves.
Bye.
And we're back,
And
guys.
we're back.
Always got to be drinking that Bosque Coffee.
Bosque Coffee is
Coffee.
fucking amazing. High Mountain Pinion is my favorite.
And if you're gonna listen to Bosque Coffee, you should
Listen.
or drink Bosque Coffee. You should listen to the Gruesome Twosome podcast
Absolutely.
because we got that little promo in there. Awesome show. Shout out to Ebony
And Jess
and Jess, of course.
throwing down some awesome horror movie reviews.
Some indie pod love for the fam.
And really, really cool that they are doing they did a Quentin Tarantino bracket, and now it is down to the final two. Caleb, real quick, Inglourious Bastards or Reservoir
Go classic Reservoir Dogs.
Dogs?
Inglorious. I fucking love
Inglourious
that movie
Basterds.
so. That is one of my favorite. That is my favorite Tarantino movie.
Yep.
I fucking love Inglorious Bastards.
It's a bear
Well,
Jew.
Did not plan for this to be divided like so, but glad it is. Glad it is. This way, ho ho, friendly competition. Yeah.
Then get on Twitter, ladies and gentlemen, and vote.
Vote for the Inglorious
Okay.
Bastards or vote for
Reservoir Dogs.
boom. So Caleb, what is
Yeah,
your
what up, bro?
what is your number one TV show from the 90s?
Sorry, I hopped on Twitter in the top of my timelines. It's recording day, but I am going to go with a good old show about 5 friends working together to make their city a better place. And of course, that would be the Power Rangers.
I'm gonna go ahead and jump in here and because that's my number one also is the Power Ranger.
Hey, we all had Power Rangers. Yeah.
Yeah. Clap, 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 clap. I'm drinking. Oh, well, cheers. Cheers, guys.
Cheers. Cheers to Power Rangers.
I'm not
drinking.
drinking the Power Rangers because because Kimberly cheated on me with that scumbag.
Oh my
comment.
God, let it
Mike,
fucking go.
Let it go. You're married. Let it go.
You are hotter than Amy Jo Johnson to me.
Okay.
What's your number one?
My number one, since I'm the last person, is Big Bad Beetleborgs.
Beetleborgs.
Seriously? That's your number one?
That is my number one.
Three typical average kids who love to read their comic
Yeah.
strips?
Yeah, that one.
Fucking go. All day Beetleborg. Two things.
Yeah.
B.
Uh-huh.
I once had a dream
Mhm.
that I was a big bad Beetleborg.
Oh, I had a lot of those as a kid.
And A,
Mhm.
the 3 powers that each Beetleborg had.
Strength.
Super strength, super speed, and telekinetics. So they
Yep.
can lift stuff.
Do you remember what they had to do, the action they had to perform to unlock their powers?
One
Mhm.
was that system you just did right there, cracking their knuckles
For the strength,
for
yes.
strength. That's honestly all I can remember because, I mean,
For the
me
speed,
strong, me.
For the speed, they
Be
had
rough.
he had to do the dust his hands, and then for the telekinesis, blink his eyes really hard.
Gotcha. I completely forgot all about that.
I will never forget the big bad Beetleborgs. And do you remember the 4th Beetleborg? It's a blonde kid. He looked like Wish.com Devon Sawa.
I don't. I think I stopped watching after that. Or they moved it.
He was towards because they only did I think 2 or 3 seasons. He was
They
towards
did
the end of
3
the series. Yeah, he
seasons.
he came in season 3. I don't remember his name. I don't remember any of the kids' names. Honestly,
I don't either, but I do know that big bad Beetleborg.
I know in the second one, they introduced the author of the comic.
Yes.
Yes. I kind of want to watch them again, see if we can find them so I can introduce them.
You don't.
Is it that bad?
They don't hold up at all.
I strongly agree to disagree.
So you guys said Mighty Morphin Power Rangers was your number ones. So let's go to the next subject.
We're jumping into, whiskey burp. Video games.
Oh shit.
Starting off, my number 3 for video games was you got some friends over. Y'all want to play a kick-ass game off of a kick-ass movie. There's only one choice, and that's GoldenEye.
Yeah. 007 GoldenEye. That's a very like
That was pretty much the start of my gaming with friends obsession that I have. Was GoldenEye, just playing it with the buds. Good times were had.
Yeah.
I mean, I can keep talking about it. I mean, if you really wanted to be a jerk and get a good victory, you do slaps only, and then you pick Odd Job. Because Odd Job, his model was shorter, and so they'd go to slap you, but they'd miss because they'd have to look down to get you and be like, ha ha, ha ha ha, I win. Odd Job. Yeah.
Tab, what's your number 3 video game?
My number 3 video game would be Pokemon Red.
Ooh, fucking A,
Ooh.
yes. Excellent. Good. Yeah. Ooh, good one, babe. Good. Fuck yeah.
But I'll go ahead and throw out my number 2, which is also Pokemon Blue, which was my first Game Boy. I like Blue over Red. I don't know why, but Blue over Red was better.
You know what though? Same. My number 3
Mhm.
is a game that you and I talk shit to each other about still.
Mortal Kombat.
Mario Kart.
Mario Kart 64. Thank
Yep.
you, Caleb.
Come on, Tabby, you're married to the man. You should know.
I beat you in it twice.
Yeah, that's all you've beaten me in it twice.
So I played you in it as twice.
No, it isn't.
I beat you in the arcade version.
Children,
No, it
children,
isn't.
children. Let's focus.
We will
My
have to settle this.
My number 2.
Okay.
Number 2
Shoot.
is Pokemon Blue. And yes, we will have to settle this. One of us is going to have to dig up a 64 and a copy of Mario Kart 64 and 3 working controllers. This is a lot harder than it should be. But yes.
To be fair, though, you beat me because I was drunk. Very drunk.
That's the point of the game.
Especially if you play the drinking rules.
Oh, fuck that. That's hard as shit.
Maybe if
Doesn't
you're a
But
little
it
bitch.
but it is more fun. Do what?
But maybe if you're a little bitch.
Boom roasted.
Yeah.
I've already said
What's your
my
number 2, Mike?
My number 2
Is a doo-doo.
is one of the probably the greatest Sega Genesis game of all time, and that's Mortal Kombat 1.
And it was on more than just Sega Genesis, just saying, you know.
I had it for Sega Genesis, but also Mortal Kombat 2. Because that's where we got introduced to Reptile, my favorite Mortal Kombat character.
All right.
Know
I
what I'm
want
saying?
to number 1. Yeah, I guess, you know. You got to have your favorites.
Of course.
And now to my number 1 favorite from the 90s via video games. Some honorable mentions real quick. Honorable mentions. And it's really just one honorable mention is Star Fox 64.
Oh, Star
Fucking-
Fox was cool. Now,
I
mind you,
loved that. This is an honorable mention, not my number 1. Honorable mention. I love Star Fox 64.
Yeah.
I probably loved it because I was better at it than all my friends.
Mm-hmm.
Like, there's several different ways you can go and play the game. There's there's the hard way of mission accomplished on every single mission.
I know.
That was my go-to. My
Go ahead.
number 1 is Legend of Zelda: Ocarina of Time.
I don't like playing it, but I love watching people play it.
That is my number 1.
At least you got good taste, Matt.
I am so madly in love with that game. I would make babies with that game if I could. I love it so much.
I will still just sit down and fucking play it. I know everything I need to know. I know I'm gonna hate doing the water temple, but I'll still play it.
Dude, same.
Love
That
it.
fucking water. Fuck the water. But once you beat the game.
Well, really, just both water levels. Fuck both of them.
Yeah. But it's like with that game, though, you beat it and then you just want to start over again and just do it again immediately.
Yeah.
That game is an adventure.
Remember the name Jace came up with on Legend of Zelda?
Yep. But we're not saying that on this
Nope.
podcast. Mine was my dude.
Nice.
Just so the Deku Tree would say, my dude.
What's up, my dude?
Yeah.
How's it going, my dude?
Hey, my dude.
My number one is Mario Kart 64 because I dominated and I still dominate.
And then you play against me and you don't dominate.
Bull fucking shit.
So,
and then you play against me and you don't dominate.
Bullshit.
so Caleb, I have a question for you.
Oh, hey, what's up, Mike?
What was your favorite food/drink of the 90s, starting at number 3?
Oh, let me pull up that list again. Oh, Well, when it comes to food and or drinks,
Yep, that's what I was thinking.
it's mostly just going to be food here
Yeah.
because I mostly just drink water. So number 3 is going to be water. I don't know if you all have heard of it.
I'm not
But-
familiar.
Oh, it's this great substance, you know.
It is. It's
It-
the
it-
life source.
It's what the plants crave.
That's
Not to be
Gatorade.
confused. You know, but water, mwah,
go.
chef's kiss. That's my number 3. It's like I said, I mostly drink. I really didn't start drinking stuff besides water until after high school.
Okay.
Yeah, surprisingly enough, I'm just like, oh, water. That's all I need. What? Soda? No, thank you. Hydration.
Hydration.
And then I got out of school and out of sports, and it's like, soda. This is delicious.
I'm gonna drink all the sugary stuff.
What? Pizza and soda, guys.
Why am I
I
just
mean-
now finding out about this?
I knew about pizza, but mixing pizza and soda, that was a game changer.
Oh, total game changer.
What was your number 2?
You mean number 3?
Or 3, sorry. Yeah. Whiskey.
Yeah. So number 3, I'm gonna merge my drink and food all in one. So my number 3 is the High C Ecto Cooler and bologna sandwiches.
I used to take that shit to lunch.
Yep.
Fuck yeah.
You're welcome.
That's what I
Wow.
want now.
What's your number 3?
My number 3, it's easy, but it's a classic.
Mhm.
It's Planters cheese balls.
Oh, that's a good one.
That is a classic.
Not just any cheese balls. It had to be Planters in the blue can.
Yep.
Good stuff.
Very good stuff.
Crunchy, cheesy, just perfect.
Delicious. Caleb, what's your number 2?
Ah, well, now I know I said I just drank mostly water, but there was another love of mine. It came in a green can.
Motherfucking Surge.
Motherfucking Surge. Loved
Love
it.
that shit.
Loved it until the day I stopped. Because somebody was like, what? Nah, man. Surge. That kills your sperm. I'm like, oh, I want to have babies someday. Because, you know, I was a stupid fucking kid in middle school.
Of
And
course.
so then I stopped drinking Surge for that fucking reason.
Surge was also my number 2.
There you go.
Very nice.
That's my man.
What
My number 2 is, and again, I'm gonna smash drinks and food. So my favorite drink was Fruitopia.
I remember Fruitopia.
Love Fruitopia and carrots and ketchup.
Wait. All right.
What? Tabby,
Growing
I hate to throw a curveball here, but
Mhm.
carrots and ketchup,
Mhm.
they've been around longer than the 90s.
Yeah, I know, but carrots and ketchup is
But
what
combining them, I'll give you that.
yeah.
Because I did straight up say my third was water.
Mhm.
So
I get a
that's-
free pass on this one.
You do get it.
yeah,
I
everybody
mean,
gets one.
back in the day, though, ketchup was cheap and carrots were cheap, and my family was not well off. So carrots and ketchup was a daily occurrence.
Well, since we're deep into the 90s right now, riddle me this, riddle me that.
Okay.
Was it red ketchup, purple ketchup, or green ketchup?
I only had purple and green ketchup when we had our Halloween parties and roasted hot dogs over a fire.
So I never had the colored ketchups.
Yep.
Did they taste the same as regular red
They
ketchup?
absolutely did.
It was just color.
It was just colored.
I was always nervous to try purple or green ketchup.
Hey, Mike,
But the
same
packaging.
boat, same boat.
Yeah.
Yeah, I never tried the purple or green. I was like, ketchup's supposed to be red.
Yeah.
I'm sticking with red.
Exactly.
No,
exactly.
it was good. It tasted just like ketchup. There was nothing different but the color.
Fair play. Fair play.
You can't fool me, you witch.
You bet.
I will not fall for your schemes and lies.
You already said your 2,
I
which
know,
was Surge.
I was going to ask Caleb what his number 1 is.
Mike, I think we might have a shared list here. But
Hit me.
y'all remember back in the day when 3D Doritos were 3D?
It's my number 1 also.
And not just
list.
and not just fucking bugles dusted with some spicier nacho cheese and some spicier Cool Ranch. No, these were just straight up nacho cheese and Cool Ranch. They were like, puff some air into a Dorito, not a fucking bugle, because that's what these new ones are. They're fucking bugles.
Yes.
100%. So was your favorite?
You could get them in that tub that you take the top off, you can pour them in there, you'd be like, yeah, ha ha ha. Yeah, I remember that tub. That also came with other snacks in them, but
Did you like the
Doritos
nacho cheese or the Cool Ranch?
I'm a nacho cheese guy.
Take Cool Ranch all day. Cool Ranch.
But there are times I'm like, I need a Cool Ranch Dorito. That was me a couple of weeks ago. I was like, I'm really craving Cool Ranch Doritos. I was kind of on a ranch kick. Also got some ranch corn nuts.
So,
But
what was your for outdoor activities?
Wait, I didn't get to do my number 1.
I apologize for that.
We just all assumed it was 3D Doritos because you can't top that.
It isn't.
What was your number 1?
My number 1, when we got to have it, was Lunchables.
Yeah.
Which
and
kind of Lunchable?
My favorite was the pizza.
Good choice. Good choice. Stellar choice.
Thank you.
I knew there was a reason I married you.
Because I like pizza Lunchables.
Oh, today. Give me all the pizza Lunchables.
You take the dad tax out whenever Gunnar gets the Lunchables.
I do. But
every time
he gets the nacho.
He does like the nacho, but they didn't have the nachos back in the day.
No.
They did.
Did they?
Were new.
They did.
They were new. But you didn't get them because you're like, why do I want to dip chips into cold cheese? The same thing.
The
same
cheese
thing. Same thing with the nuggets.
Yeah.
Why do I want cold nuggets? You go with the pizza because you're like, hell yeah, pizza. Or you go with the crackers and the turkey and cheese, or the ham and cheese.
Nope. That was the turkey.
Ham.
I'm either or. I don't care. I'm still gonna have me a cracker, meat, cheese, snacky, and just yum yum yum.
Now, my drink. I'm gonna bring this up because I have it on my list. My drink of choice in the 90s was my number 1 was Zima, because we all had that one cool aunt that would get completely bombed on Zima and forget that she had extra Zimas or leave them sitting out after a party, and you would finish them and leave them back on the table.
Sarah or Lynn?
Lynn.
Shout out to Aunt Lynn and Aunt Bobby.
Ayo.
I didn't have Zimas until they came back out.
Oh, that's rough. They don't taste the same as they did, but then again,
it's all good because they're not out anymore.
Yeah, that was like 20 years ago.
Agree to disagree. When we drank them at Vapor Lab, it was pure nostalgia. I felt like I was dipping in Aunt Bobby's secret cooler, pulling out one of her Zims and going nuts.
Yeah, no, Aunt Lynn had a friend party, and they would play cards in their huge dining room, and us kids would hang out in the living room. We watched Clue and movies and hung out and played games, and then the adults left and went to bed, and there was so much Zima left over that we would sneak into the dining room and just start chugging, and they wouldn't know the difference the next morning. So Zima is my number 1 drink, and Lunchable is my number 1 food. Next up.
So Caleb, what was your number 1 outdoor activity? Or number 3, sorry.
My number 3 outdoor activity, I will go ahead and say camping.
Okay. Camping. Good one.
Yeah. What was yours?
My number 3 was Manhunt, which was different from hide and seek. With Manhunt, you stayed in the spot that you hid until you were found, unless the secret word, which most millennials have a safe word,
Oklahoma.
which the word, if you couldn't find anybody, you would spew out the word, and then they would come out from the hiding spots. So that was a little bit different than hide and seek, where you would run to bases.
So yeah, it was
What
like
was-
it was like a play on hide and seek / capture the flag kind of a thing.
Oh no, this was you found a hiding spot and you hid there until you died.
Was this a church thing?
No, it was not.
Because that sounds like stuff we did when I was in church.
No, that's octopus. But anyway,
My
No,
number
I think
3
we
was
played Manhunt in church.
well then
Cooler
drink,
church
Caleb.
stories.
That's
I
on
don't
you.
have religious trauma.
God damn it!
my number 3 was
But I'll
just
still drink.
me and my cousin Joseph riding our bikes around the neighborhood, getting into shit.
Oof.
That was it. It was
Mhm.
that was like during summer vacation. That was like our day or night. Just there's no school at all, so let's just hop on the bikes and see what we can get into.
Ooh, riding bikes. That's literally all the 90s were.
Yeah,
Find a good jump
me and the boys.
or
Just
jump over each other
Yeah.
as we would build and ramps with rocks and
we
wood.
had like this. It was near our school because we went to school together. It had this huge wooded area. We would
Went
just
to
go
school.
ride our bikes through the woods and get hurt. And he shot me in the eye with a pellet rifle or a pellet gun, and I would tell a lie about it. And boys shit.
Caleb, what's your number 2?
Well, number 2 goes along with number 3. And what do you do when you're camping? You have a bonfire.
Fucking hell.
I
Good
can
choice.
remember so many nights being out at the farm. We had a rock. That is where we built the fires. And, I've just got so many memories of us doing that growing up, and just one of my earliest memories of a wee lad of, okay, not one of my earliest memories, but still pretty early. Camping with my dad and some of his friends out at the farm. We had a fire. There's actually a picture of me sitting by the fire with my childhood dog, Coco, a black Labrador, hence the name Coco. And yeah. So bonfires.
What about you?
My number 2.
My number 2 was hide and seek,
A classic.
where you had to run to base, and normally with running to base was duck, dive, dodge.
Dodge, duck, dip, dive, and dodge.
Yep.
The 5 Ds of dodgeball.
Yep. If you can
You can
dodge,
dodge
a
a
wrench,
wrench, you can dodge a
you can
ball.
dodge a ball.
My number 2 was, again, this is me and my cousin Joseph. And it was just me and him, but we had this thing we called Ninja Club.
Oh yeah.
Where, we would make little paper badges
Mhm.
and keep them in our wallet.
Mhm.
And we would just do karate.
Okay.
That
Ninja
was-
Club stuff.
Yeah.
I love kids
We
like
had-
imaginations.
We had, because there was one year for Halloween that we were both ninjas. And
As one does.
Vicky and Mom each bought us like those plastic, remember those white plastic swords?
Oh yeah.
We had those. We had throwing stars, and we would walk around the neighborhood, and all the other kids would ask us what we were doing. We'd be like, "Dude, we're ninjas.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna when we grow up, we're gonna go to Japan and we're gonna train with." Nice. We're gonna train with ninja masters, and we're gonna learn the way of the ninja.
Of the shinobi.
and that was heavily influenced by Ninja Turtles and Power Rangers and Beetleborgs.
Okay.
We watched all that, so we're like, man, we're gonna be fucking ninjas. And yeah, we would do karate. And that's how my martial arts background started.
Awesome.
Because I wanted to be a ninja.
Caleb, what's your number one?
My number one is Mike's number 3. That's bike riding.
Hell yeah.
There we go.
But I wasn't doing it with buds and whatnot. It was just me. It's me riding my bike.
But still.
You know, didn't have any friends that lived nearby, so it was just me riding my bike. But I loved riding my bike.
Yeah.
Good
What about you?
times.
Ooh, see, my number one is a toss-up. I couldn't decide.
Yep.
Right? My number one was either kickball, and it was the not nice kickball where everything is game. You could peg them in the head. So it was like a war kickball. Or
yeah,
it
kickball.
was, yeah. Or war, where you would load up your pockets, any t-shirts, anything you could. You would take the neighborhood kids, split it down the middle, and you would take like the biggest kids, the 2 biggest kids, and then they would be the team captains, and they would choose their teams. And then you would have like 5 minutes to collect your sticker balls, your rocks, your sticks, your twigs, your mud balls, your dirt balls, your anything and everything that you had to face off against each other and just fucking go. You would just pelt each other. It was kind of almost like Capture the Flag, but super violent. The last time that I played that, I ended up in a full-blown fist fight with a supposed friend of mine where there were punches thrown and very large logs thrown, and the dads at the end of the day talking to each other about how their daughters were fighting each other in the middle of the road at 7 o'clock at night on a Saturday. That was my first fight.
Was it?
And I kicked her fucking ass. She ran back inside her house after I beat her ass because she called Jace a name after she pelted him with a rock straight to the middle of the head. And then I told her she could fight me. And then I started swinging after she tried to swing at me, and I ducked. And then we went toe to toe, and she picked up a log and hit me in the stomach. And then I told her she was a fat bitch and hit her again in the head with my fist. And she ran inside and screamed bloody murder that I tried to kill her. It was great. So kickball or war was my favorite.
Mine?
Why are mine violent?
Well, I remember my first fight, and it was my buddy Shane. He was a big guy.
Right.
And there were 3 kids picking on him. The neighbor kid, his name was Cody Wilmath, Chris Belker, and Philip something.
Fuck Philip.
They were all beating up on him in my front yard, and I saw it, so I ran out. And you can ask my mother this. I ran out of the house, and I beat the shit out of all 3 of those kids.
Good.
Whooping my buddy Shane. They all tried to jump me for getting in the middle of it, so I beat the fuck out of all 3 of them. My mother will attest to this. But my number one is my T-ball career. I was 6 years old. My dad and his best friend were the coaches. We were sponsored by my mom's work. We were the Horn Lake Pirates. We had 1 girl on our team, and to celebrate us winning the championship, we went to the movies to go see Don't Tell Mom the Babysitter's Dead.
I've still never seen it.
That is where I fell in love with Christina Applegate.
And not
I was 6.
okay.
My first ever crush was Christina Applegate.
Aww.
Yeah, because she was so fine in that movie. So fine in that movie. We'll do our shout outs real quick because on Twitter we asked everyone to post their best 90s memories.
Of course.
So starting from the top, we have a good friend of ours, Jake from Bleach Brothers podcast. His were watching Saved by the Bell, drinking Surge, eating Dunkaroos, and jerking it. Our friends from Porn Stash podcast, their best memory was just Stone Cold Steve Austin. Ryan
Solid.
Leskis of Pain Productions, he said everything had Olestra. Anal leakage was the 90s.
Which is the artificial sugar.
Yes. Ebony from the Gruesome Twosome podcast.
And Sweet and Sour Nuggies.
Sweet and Sour Nuggies. Hers was wearing princess shoes because she always wanted to be a princess.
Aww.
Leisha from Drinks and Things podcast said breaking her leg was her best 90s memory.
Hell yeah.
Don from That Damn Podcast, shout out to those guys as well. Don said dressing in all blue for Christmas. He actually posted a photo in the chat group of him wearing a blue shirt and blue jeans and sitting under a Christmas tree. Matt from 69 Whiskey, being the youngling that he is, he said being born was his best memory.
That hurts. That fucking hurts. You baby.
Good friend of the show, AJ from Dads on Dayquil podcast, my boo thing. His best memory was watching cartoons. Sarah Green of Bird in the Hand podcast. Hers was Saved by the Bell, Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, Sister, and getting grounded a lot. And last but not least, mine and Tab's good buddy, Tab's former college friend. Well, still college friend, but former college.
One of my longest running known friends.
From college.
From college.
We'll go with that. Sam said Hulk Hogan turning heel at Bash of the Beach 1996. The Mark McGuire versus Sammy Sosa home run race.
I remember that.
It
was awesome because I was into baseball at that time.
Ska music.
Ew.
Wearing puka shell necklaces and basketball. So shout out to all of you.
We love you guys. Thank you so much for your participation.
Absolutely. And to cap it off, our final category.
Let's go.
Cartoons of the 90s. Let's go. Caleb, you want to kick it off with your number 3 favorite cartoon from the 90s?
Johnny Bravo.
Johnny Bravo. Oh, yeah. Hey, mama.
All right. I'll go with
love
my
Johnny
number 3.
Bravo.
What was your number 3?
Pokemon.
Gotta catch you. That fucking theme song goes.
It does.
All right, Mike, your number 3.
My number 3 is still on the air today, and that's about 4 friends from South Park, Colorado.
That's a good choice.
Number 3 is South Park, and I had to wait, and because they would show the reruns on Saturday nights
At like 11 o'clock, 12
yeah.
o'clock. Yeah.
So I'd wait till my parents went to bed, so I could watch South Park.
And now they play the reruns during the day.
They do.
Yeah. What was your number 2, Caleb?
It's about a kid, smart kid. His sister would often come into his room. That's Dexter's Lab, guys. Fucking love
Dexter's Lab. Yep, I figured.
DD, get out of my laboratory.
I don't know that, but my second one is
religious trauma.
Drink.
Is that for all of us or just me?
Yes.
I heard drink, and so that's why I drank.
There we go.
That's fair.
My second one is It's Time for Animaniacs. And we're zany to the max.
That was also my number 2.
Yeah.
Caleb, what's your number 1?
My number 1 is Tabby's number 3, and that's Pokemon. Because Pokemon, guys. I still play it to this day.
I mean, the original 150 was the best.
Okay, Gen 1er. Okay.
I am a Gen 1er, thank you.
Yeah. I know you are, Boomer.
Oh, I'm a millennial boomer, thank you.
I know you
You're
are
a boomer when it comes to Pokemon.
That's true. I am because I never.
We're getting off track here.
All right, so my number 1 cartoon growing up, fucking Recess. I still love that cartoon to this day.
I knew that's what you were gonna say.
Recess is
Yep.
my absolute favorite cartoon
I
ever.
knew you would say that.
Yep.
My number one
knew.
is, and Caleb, I'm really disappointed that this wasn't on your list.
Batman the Animated Series.
That's the one. Yes, that was my number
Yeah,
one cartoon. Was Batman the Animated Series, the
Look, man.
greatest cartoon of all time.
Yeah, it's the greatest. It has its own tier list, and it's the only thing on it.
It's
Everything pales in comparison. So I didn't want to just be like, boom, Batman. There's nothing else. No, I had to show some restraint here, Mike.
that's fair. That's fair.
I originally had Batman on here. I'm like, oh shit, I can't put anything else because it's fucking Batman the Animated Series.
Yeah,
I know what I'm about.
but yeah. So I guess
That about wraps it up.
That does it for the 90s and us.
Unfortunately, it is time to leave the 90s and come back to 2022. So that is going to do it for that 90s episode.
That's so 90s.
Any final thoughts?
Bring back original 3D Doritos.
I have to agree.
I
Kat?
just want to say thank you guys for listening. Hopefully, this brings back the nostalgia and it brings back memories for you guys, good memories, as it brought back so many good memories for us.
And trauma.
God damn it, Caleb!
I only said trauma.
He didn't say religious trauma.
Motherfucker!
There it is.
Aftershock.
Alrighty, guys. Well, that is going to do it for this episode of Happy Hour Podcast. Be sure to follow us on Twitter at Happy Hour Show 3, Instagram and Facebook at Happy Hour Podcast 3. Check out our YouTube channel at Beer Emoji Happy Hour Podcast Beer Emoji.
And Facebook on the same, and TikTok.
And TikTok.
Beer Emoji Happy Hour Podcast, Beer Emoji.
And listen to us on Spotify, Amazon Music, and anywhere that you listen to your favorite podcasts.
Except Apple,
That
because
is-
they're still being shitty
They're not being shitty. We just don't know how to do it.
because we're dumb and drunk all the time.
Anyway,
Yeah.
Thank you guys for participating. Those that did participate, we love you guys so much, indie podcasters and our friends of the show.
and starting next week, we're going to do our shout outs.
Oh, I'm so excited for the shout out.
So we're gonna just kind of draw a name out of a bowl and
Yep.
and start from there. That's why it's fair play. Fair play. Shout out Tallboy Radio for fair play.
Fair play, fair play.
Signing off. I'm Mike.
And I am Tabby.
And I'd be Caleb here.
We will see you guys next time. Don't text and drive. Don't drink and drive. Drink responsibly. Have a good week. Take care.